गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नाम् अन्याश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। Like any text, any new teaching, the seeker, the devotee, the learner, the reader, those who are reading this thesis of Narada, they'll say, are there anyone who have realized this? Or is just a figment of your imagination? Are there any living proofs, or have there been people in the past? So here Naradji says, Ityevam vadanti janajalpa nirmayaha ekamataha kumara vyasa shukashandilya garga vishnu kaundinyah शेषोद्वारुणी बलि हनुमद विभीषणादयो भक्त्याचार्यः इत्येवं वदन्ति जनजल्पनिर्मयाः एकामताः कुमारव्यास शुकशाण्डिल्य गर्ग विष्णु कौंडिन्य शेषोद्वारुणी बलि हनुमद विभीषणादयो भक्त्याचार्यः। Thus declare they, not only me, not only Narad Muni, but Narad Muni says the same principle, the same treatise, the same idea that is presented, the same attitudes that have been presented in this thesis, there are others also who declare, and who are those who do not worry about other people's comments. They do not feel that they have to dilute the truth to make it compatible to other people's thinking. No, they say it just the way as it is. They don't try to doctor it so that they will be liked, or the truth that is there, that it will be liked. No, they are fearless. They don't, Mirabai, if she had to, no, I am a girl, don't do this to me? No. In spite of all the troubles, she kept singing the name of the Lord. She did not give up the bhakti for the Lord. That Gora Kumbhar, even after trampling on his own son, he was not persecuted by the society. Why? He kept living the truth because they know he did not do it purposely. He was in God intoxication. And within a few days the son came back. But if we do it, trample your own child, straight behind bars. So it's not, they are not afraid to declare that I was. There is no justification why you are intoxicated with God. No, I did not do this or I did not do that because I was in meditation. Or I did not do meditation because I was doing all that. Nothing like that. So these people, who are these? Their names are given. Who are not afraid of criticism from people, and they yet continued to declare the truth as it was. And that is what sets them apart, because they have that courage, they have that mettle to declare the truth, to live the truth, not only declare but to live it also. And they are who? Kumara, Vyasa, Shuka, Shandilya, Garga, Vishnu, Kaundinya, Shesha, Varuni, Bali, Hanuman, Vibhishana, and they are all the Bhaktacharas. They are the declarers of this path of devotion. The first one is the Sanat Kumara. Kumara are the Sanat Kumaras. They are the first four mind-born sons of Brahmaji, and they were constantly chanting the Lord's name, and their mantra was Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam. There is a song by Yashodas also. Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Hari Sharanam, Guru Charanam. That mantra, Hari Sharanam. Then was Vyasa. Vyasa was Maharishi Vedvyas. He was the son of Parashar, and he is the one who wrote the Mahabharata, who gave to us the Vedas as we know them today. He is the one who remembered and put it down to pen all the Puranas. And then Shukdevji Maharaj. Kumara Vyasa Shuka. Shukdevji Maharaj is the one who learned, who also heard the message of Narad Muni to his father, and the father then told him the Chatushloki Bhagavad, and our Shukdevji Maharaj spoke on the Bhagavad to Parikshitji Maharaj. So that, what is Bhagavatam? Nothing but pure devotion. Then was Shandilya, and Shandilya is one of the great rishis whose sutras on love are still present today. Maybe when we get a chance, we'll look at them. And then Garga Maharishi wrote the Bhakti Sutras, and Maharishi Vishnu, who wrote some smritis, meaning some expositions, remembered expositions on the devotion. Then came Kaundinya Maharaj. He explained through his verses how to get absorbed into the Lord, and through devotion. And then came Shesha. Shesha is the 1,000-hooded serpent on which the Lord Narayana is sleeping, resting along with his wife Lakshmi. He is also a great devotee of the Lord, and when Lord took the avatar of Krishna, he was Balaram. When he was Rama, he was the Lakshmana, and this way he never leaves his side. Then came Uddhava. Uddhava was a great disciple and friend of Krishna who looked like Krishna. He comes in the Mahabharata. He was his cousin brother. And then towards the end of Krishna Leela, Krishna gave the teachings, the highest teachings. It will come in Krishna Leela also in Bhagavad, to Uddhava. And he told Uddhava that please pass on these teachings to Vidurji. Vidurji was the youngest brother of, not Pandavas, of Dhritarashtra, Pandu and Vidur. So the youngest one, who was born from a servant's womb, from Maharishi Vedvyas. But and he got the message, and he got the teachings from Uddhava, because Krishna had specially given it to him. Vidurji could not have come to the place where Krishna was going to give up his body. So that Uddhavji, he not only gave it to him, but he gave it to one more, Sutji Maharaj. I think he also got that. Then came Aruni. Aruni is another name probably used for Nimbacharya. In our Bhagavad Mahapuran, there is no mention of the name of Radha. Radha Krishna. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Radhe Radhe Piya Piya. There is no mention of Radha in Bhagavad Mahapuran. It was the whole Radha Krishna's love, this whole imagination, this story of Radha and Krishna, that there is some secret lover of Krishna. It was a mind creation of our Nimbacharya. And then yes, there is one gopi who is Radhika, but most of the exponents on Bhagavad, they say she is not the one who this Radha, this Acharya has talked about. She is someone else. Then another one of them is Bali. Bali was the grandson of Prahlad, and he surrendered his own self, entire being, at the feet of Lord Vamana, and till today in the Patal Lok, the Lord is protecting him and will eventually become the Indra, the god of heavens, in the next cycle of creation. Then one of the greatest devotees of the Lord is Hanuman. There is no one to compare him. And he is not only the greatest devotee, but he is also the greatest servant of the Lord. And he is not from the human race, he is the monkey race. Then lastly comes Vibhishana. Vibhishana is also not from the human race, he is from the Asura race. And he also became, how he lived amidst all the materialistic people and yet was able to continue to surrender himself to the Lord Ram. And he shows us that to stay in spite of all the challenges from around, how he had to give up his own nears and dears, his two brothers, his wife, etc., and defect over to Lord's side. Same thing we have to do on the seat of meditation. We have to defect. Right now, we are totally for the world. We have to divorce the world and get remarried to the Lord. And in this way, all these people are the Bhaktacharya. They are the great devotees of the Lord. And in this way, these people, no situation, no time, no place, no condition can stop them from declaring what the truth is. They live for it in spite of everything. And in this way, they don't mince words when they have to declare the truth. Now coming to the last sutra of the Narad Bhakti Sutra, it is the attainment sure. 84th Sutra, Ya idam Narada proktam Shivanushasanam Vishwasiti Shraddhate sa bhaktiman bhavati सप्रेष्टम लभते इति य इदं नारद प्रोक्तम शिवानुशासनम विश्वसिति श्रद्धते स भक्तिमान भवति सप्रेष्टम लभते इति He who believes and has faith in this exposition given out by Narada as taught, commanded by Lord Shiva, he gains the love of God and attains his objective. Nay, attains his beloved goal. See, who is Naradji? He is the continuously devoted to Lord Narayana. On his lips only Narayan, 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 Narayan. And who is inspiring him to write this sutra? Lord Shiva. So there is no confusion there. One Narhari Sonar was there, a great saint from Maharashtra. He was a goldsmith and he was making, and one day he will not, kacha tha thoda, he was uncooked, not fully matured, and he will only, if you want, I will do everything for Lord Shiva. You want me this, you want me to make that, I will make that. But to Lord Narayana, don't even bring his photograph in front of me. Don't even bring a statue of him in front of me. And one day, one person came and he was a rich businessman in the community. He said, "Oh Narhari, I want to make a kamarband." Yeah, what do you call it? The waistband. Waistband, girdle for the Lord. Which Lord? Lord Narayana. Lord Narayana, get away from here. He says, no. He says, no, don't talk to me about Lord Narayana. I am a Shiva devotee. He is my Lord. Narayana, whom did you say? He did not even use the word Narayana. He says, get away. Whoever your God is, hey, is he a God? No, get him. Despicable thing. And after a few days, again he came. But he was good at heart. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Mind was pure, but only for Shiva. And after some days he came. So he says, is there no way? I want to really offer this to my Lord, but only you can make it for me. And there's no better goldsmith than you. And they both sat down and thought, and the businessman came up with an idea. He said, the Narhari Sonar came up with an idea. He said, why don't you go and measure the Lord's statue, Vitthala's statue, see what is the size, and you bring it back, and then I'll make it and you go and offer. I don't have to go to the temple to measure. That is fantastic. He gets the measurement, he makes the girdle, gives it to him. When he takes it there, it's short. Again he comes back, checks the size, comes back and tells him, he says, exact size, how come it is short? Adds one more kadi to it, gives it to him, now it will fit. One more link. Because still it is short. After 2, 3, 4 attempts, when this comes, and he says, get away from here. I don't know what type of your Lord this is. Shiva has got no problem. He doesn't wear gold. So, but heart is there. He is a devotee. So after a lot of coaxing and requesting, eventually he agrees. He says, okay, I will not see your Lord. He is not worthy to be seen. Put cloth over my eyes. And he goes. Takes the girdle, puts it around his waist. And it doesn't meet. Again he tries, still it is not meeting. Kya hai yaar ye? So, leaves the girdle, he touches, who is this? He touches. Arey yaar, ye to Shiva hai. How come this is Shiva? No, something is wrong. Again he starts from the bottom, touches. Shiva, Jata, Trishul, everything. Immediately takes off the Samne Narayan Khada. Lord, Shankha Chakra Kara, he's standing like this. And again, what is this? Immediately, then he said, put the cloth again. again put the cloth, again feels him, again Lord Shiva. In that 2-3 attempts, he comes to realize the truth that Lord wanted him to experience. That I alone am Shiva, and Shiva alone is Narayana, and Narayana alone is Shiva. See? And ya idam Narada proktam, these words of Narada which have been penned down on the paper, they are inspiration from Lord Shiva. And it can also mean Shivanushasanam, Atha Yoganushasanam, meaning these are the instructions on yoga, these are the aphorisms on yoga. So there we won't use the word aphorisms, here we have instructions. So here either you can say these are inspirations from Lord Shiva to Narada, or you can say Lord Shiva himself gave instructions to Narada and Naradji penned them down. Both ways you can take it. Shivanushasanam, Vishwasiti Shraddhate, and anyone who has Vishwas means belief and conviction, and Shraddhate, and those Sabhaktiman Bhavati, those who have belief in these sutras and practice them with faith in their life, Sabhaktivan Bhavati, such people become devotees of the Lord. Only in such people, devotees' heart, the love for the Lord will get inculcated. Sapreshtam labhate. Preshta means the object of love. And what is the object of love? It is the object of love, not necessarily only the Lord. People have object of love opposite sex. People have object of love car. People have object of love ashram. People have object of love so many things, worldly as well as spiritual, isn't it? People can be only doing sadhana for siddhis, powers. So here, sapreshtam labhate 2 times. This is the greatness of our masters. They don't say, bless you only for spiritual. Go, suffer in the world also. Tadastu. So, anyone, if you practice these principles that are given, he will gain the object of his desire. First one, sapreshtam labhate, the object of desire being the Lord. Sapreshtam labhate iti. Not only in the spiritual field, if your desire is there, you will become successful. If you apply these principles even in the secular field, there also you will become successful. This is the idam Narada proktam. This is the saying, thus Narada says, having been inspired by Lord Shiva. So spirituality is nothing separate to this world. While living in this world, while doing everything, actions being the same, only our attitude needs to change. And this way, Naradji is saying that these sutras will benefit not only the person who is desiring something from the world, but also the person, well, I should say the other way. These sutras will benefit the person who wants God as his ultimate goal, and also those people who want something from this world also. And this way, the sage Narada concludes his sutras. And there is one verse which it's too small, I can't read clearly. It says, Namastubhyam bhagavate nirgunaya gunatmana kevalaya dvitiyaya gurave brahma rupine yaham mamasti yatkinchid ahaloke paratracha tatsarvam bhavato nath charaneshu samarpitam pade pade yadha bhakti पादयोस्तव जायते तथा कुरुष्व देवेश नाथस्त्वं नो यतः प्रभो पतिपुत्र तत्र भ्रातु पितृवन्मातृवद्धरिं ये ध्यायन्ति साधोद्युक्ताः तेभ्योऽपीह नमो नमः. Here he says in this final, some places this is given, some places this is not. It is not one of part of the sutras, this is something extra as a conclusion. And it's the sage Narada blesses all the readers. What he says, Narada blesses them to say that they may have the grace of God, and through that grace realize the supreme bliss, by gaining which there is no possibility of birth and suffering in samsara. And in this way, the Narad Bhakti Sutra gets concluded. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to reflect on this text. It has been a wonderful 6 days, and thank you to our Annapurna Mata to feed us with the prasad, breakfast, lunch, dinner for last 6 days. Without it, we would be starving and will be thinking of food, not of God. And also to one and all who came and attended and inspired me to contemplate on this text. Hari Om.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, coffee time.
I think we